What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? It is I, James, redoptionagency.com. 23 years selling full-time on eBay. And as we head into the weekend, I just wanted to see where I'm at number-wise, just to give me an idea on how hard I'm going to work this weekend. All right, so I don't like the looks of this in the music store. Look at that dip. It's probably not going to be pretty. At least yesterday we had a nice rebound here, almost 500 bucks. Maybe with international, maybe hit 500. But let's see what the numbers say. So, $922 a day is the number we're trying to beat. So we're going to do the Monday through Thursday to get full days. And was there any international? Nope, no international all week on the international websites. What is going on there? That's totally out of it, but I guess if tariffs might be starting to have an effect on people, so I guess that could be a thing. Because, yeah, wow, 4 days without any? That's crazy. So we got 1511.69 here, which is down almost 30%. So an ugly week of eBay issues, eBay problems, system errors, offers not working clearly still again, going anywhere from 9 to 11 hours overnight with nothing coming through, no offers, no sales. Just really down week for all whatever reasons. And let's see, what top selling over here is going to be CDs, obviously, by a long shot. Cassettes number 2, vinyl records number 3, blank audio tapes number 4. Wow. And DVDs and Blu-rays number 5. So there's that. Now let's go over to the clothing store. We have a similar dip. If you see those 2 days there, those were the days where eBay was just, this was Monday and Tuesday. I think this was Tuesday and Wednesday. Yeah. So technically about 3 days where things just seemed off. I know it was pretty consecutive and pretty consistent. Feeling broken. 'Cause I'm broken, as Pantera would say. All right. Whoops. Custom over here. We go Monday through Thursday. Look at that. Almost even by $101. $101 difference between stores. That's when you know something's definitely up. Because the media store definitely felt more of the pain of the problems this week. And it shows in the numbers. So we got 1410.08 over here, and that's up 7.6 from the week before. So for 4 days, $2,922. Divide that by 4, and it's $730 a day, which is still in my happy space, even though I'd like to be 800 plus. But with the problems, I guess that's going to be, at least I'm in the 700s. So top categories over here, of course, men's hats number 1, men's t-shirts number 2, Major League Baseball 'tis the season number 3, action figures number 4, and women's athletic shoes at number 5, which eBay is returning to me. I listed them at new. They're like 20-year-old shoes. They have a little discoloration around the sole, which comes with age. And they didn't pass because they weren't new in their eyes. So I guess I got to relist them with new with defects. So it's like, really? What's going to happen if somebody sends a pair of the new Nikes coming out if you haven't seen the new Nike Air Force Ones that are coming out, let me show you. Nike triple white Air Force Ones. But these aren't your normal ones. These are dirty. So they're releasing a used looking pair of Air Force Ones. I'm guessing you can see that. Hopefully my head's not in the way there. Why won't this just go to the site? Make things a lot easier if we just automatically go. So see all this. So what happens if one of the authenticators get this item? Are they going to? Oh no, this ain't a new item. It looks used. I mean, come on. Supposedly though, these pairs, the more you wear them, the more they clean up. So the finish was put on over the new look, so it wears off over time and starts looking new. So I guess it's just a layer that comes off. So those are coming out. But my joke was, hey, I sell those for $20 a piece when I pick them up at the Goodwill. So, but anyway, that's just my funny. So, yep, that's where I'm at there. I'm kind of just going to go through and see what kind of sold this week and do that. I haven't listed really anything in this store this week. Let's go over here. So we got a Nike cross bag, some Michael Kors women's shorts, a Ralph Lauren shirt, American Chopper bike, fire department pullover. I always grab those when I see them at the bins and such. Get them cheap. Anything fire department related. That's not a uniform related item. Columbia. Some various hats. Tinkerbell sweatshirt. More hands. This Bucky shirt went to Kuwait. I haven't sold anything to Kuwait in quite a while. So that's going to Kuwait. Bookies. Some Volcom women's shorts. A nice distressed hat. I should have put that up for hire. Normally I do. I don't know why I didn't there. The whole brim has come apart, showing the plastic underneath. Skate Life. Atlanta Hawks. Some No Boundaries denim. Some sports bra booby holders. Cardinals. Visor. Some kids Oshkosh sneakers. San Diego Padres. The shorts are moving. I don't have many shorts up, so to sell 3 pairs within a few days, kind of cool. Camouflage. Margaritaville, Boy Scouts, Heritage Golf Course, Spider Hat, some more denim jeans. I sold both of these. I had 2 of these I just put up not too long ago, so both of them sold. Reversible Cardinals cap, stadium giveaway. That cool jacket I picked up for $4 sold. So I almost put it back. And I'm like, nah, this is because there wasn't really much on the brand out there, Akira, when it comes to sold comps. But I'm like, nah, this is cool. This is too cool of a varsity looking. It's kind of a unique jacket. I'm definitely going to pay the $4 for it. Yeah, glad I did. Royal Caribbean hat. Person came in and bought all 9 of these. So I had 9 of them total. So that's why I love grabbing just random stuff. And when you get it by bulk at like the bins, and they were all brand new looking too. Like they were just donated straight from like the place or something. But yeah, somebody came in and bought all 9. I pictured maybe it's a family going on a cruise. Kind of a souvenir cheap souvenir as opposed to buying it on the cruise ship. If that cruise ship even exists anymore. If it's been one that's decommissioned, then that's another thing. Crown and Anchor Society. Oh, it's an actual society thing. Okay. Well, no, it is a ship. Okay. Yeah. Or, oh, it's a loyalties program. Okay. It's not the actual name of the ship or anything. Maybe Royal Caribbean bought them from me because they didn't want them out on the market. That's always a possibility, too. I didn't look at the address or name or anything. Tractor Supply, top of the run. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. This was a cool scrub top because it was actually pinpointed to an x-ray person, an x-ray, I don't know what they're called, a nurse who does x-rays. I don't know what they're called, but x-ray technician. Because it's got Scooby behind x-rays. So, figured it wouldn't take too long for that one to sell. Oak Ridge Boys, giddy up, boom, bop, she's my baby. Masters of the Universe. One of the best video games ever, Doom. If that was my size, I would have kept that shirt. Love that game. I haven't played it in probably like 20 years. Blues. Tonight could be our last game of the season. Facing elimination. A Winchester vest. Hunting vest. Eon bag. Some motorcycle racing pants I pulled out of storage. So some nice money there. Verizon shirt. Field hockey. Right there. Let's go over to the media store. So I ended up selling 83 items yesterday. So I put up like 150 or something. I sold 83, so my number didn't jump up too much. So right now listed, I got 79,457 items. So that's up 57 plus the 83. So that's how many I listed yesterday. So not quite 150. More like 140, if my math is correct. Right now with the new camera, I'm just in like this picture taking mode where I'm just going to get thousands and thousands of items pictured up. And then all I have to do is, draft them. Of course, we're just going to have a lot of the normal suspects over here, media-wise. With maybe some stuff thrown in. Some oddball stuff. Like this voice-changing Halloween microphone. The Standard of Excellence band book. What's weird is I put up all those cassettes yesterday, and of course, you used to see this a lot when things work properly on eBay, and I guess yesterday was kind of an indication of that. Let me see what I did yesterday, dollar-wise. I didn't actually even check that yet today, but I had an explosion of cassette sales yesterday. I think only one that I recognized of items that I put up. So the rest was other stuff. So $497.48 here. And then the clothing store was 379.60. So $877 yesterday. So yesterday, no errors when I was listing those items. But like I said, when eBay's working right, if you list a bunch of something, you usually get a bunch of sales in that, and that's what happened yesterday with listing all those cassettes. I just had influx of cassette sales. Influx, is that the right word? This CD right here, Cirque Montage or whatever it is. So I bought this CD in Branson, Missouri at like a Salvation Army or something for like 50 cents. And I bought like 10 or 20 of them, probably more like 15 or 20 for like 50 cents a piece. And I bought them probably easy 15 years ago and never sold one in 15 years until yesterday. Gotta love that. That's so funny. When I sold that, I was like, I had to double check. I'm like, no, let me ship that now. I shipped it like a minute after they freaking bought it. I'm like, no, you're going out. I ain't getting no cancel on this thing. I waited too long to sell one. So that was kind of funny. This was the cassette that I listed yesterday. I sold classical. I listed probably 50 to 60 classical cassettes sealed yesterday. That's the only one that sold. I put them all at like straight $14.99. I think they offered like $12 or something. So I took that. But so I'm hoping to have some of the buy two, get two frees come in and wipe out some of those this weekend. Usually classical cassettes sealed. Usually when they usually sell in bulk. So we'll see. Somebody will probably, hopefully come in this weekend and buy out a bunch of those. King Crimson tape only. Mississippi Mass Choir. And some VHS selling. Some Ron Hubbard. L. Ron Hubbard. These things, I had two of these that were delisted over time. I put them up not too long ago and got one of them sold already, so that's good. Graphing calculator sold. More cassettes yesterday. Cassettes galore. Rush. Metallica disc only. Slayer. And this was all one big lot. Not the Metallica. I think it started here at Slayer. Down. They bought all of my Concrete Corner CDs I had listed, which was a free CD back in the day that give out with like hard rock and heavy metal artists on. So I probably got tons more of that kind of stuff in storage waiting to be listed. They came in and bought all the. Right there might be a couple more of this style left, but all of these they bought out from me. Boom, boom, boom. Promo cassette. And I just took a picture of this album on cassette sealed yesterday. Another CD only. Cha-ching. Game Boy Advance link. More vinyl. Hat pin from Lego. Pooh Man, Success and Effect, Vinny and June. Lily was here. These are cassettes from the day before. Even a postcard. Woohoo! I didn't think this thing was ever going to sell. I put it up just hoping it would sell. Let me get some music through my speaker so my receiver don't shut off. But anyway, I put this up not expecting it to ever sell, and it actually sold. Huh. Little Harman Kardon remote I just put up the other day. That thing's like small too. It's If you don't know PC games and you sell PC games, if you see like a long digit of numbers and letters with dashes, always cover that up. Don't show that in your picture. If somebody emails you and asks you what that code is, don't give it to them, because usually it's a code that allows you to play the game, but you can use any disk if you have that code. So you could even download the game online, put in a code, and play it. Now, I don't know if that still works these days and how that works, but at least back in the day when those things came out, the code is what you needed to play the game. That showed you bought it. So if you still have to put it in nowadays when you go backwards like this, I'm not sure. That's something I ever followed up on to see. This was kind of like a thing. Like, I didn't list this the other day on the 2 days ago, but I added one to quantity. After I added one to quantity, it sold. So I think it kind of, and I have that happen more than once, but that kind of, my point is, if you give a listing any kind of activity, it sometimes seems to spark and push it up a little bit. You hear a lot of people say, eBay likes activity, right? So even just going in and updating the quantity from 1 to 2 can give it a little push. That's why I always recommend if somebody sends you an offer, always counter. Even if it's a lowball offer, you got a $20 item, they offer $1, come back at $19.98 as your offer. And then that interaction, that stuff going on with that listing will push that listing up in search. I used to play a lot with figuring out what pushes things up in algorithms. If some of you who've been around here for a few years remember the little games I'd try and say, hey, click this link because I want to watch it and see if it goes up in the list. There's probably video footage of all that going a few years back. I think that was one of the experiments I started when we were trying to figure out what the hell's wrong with eBay. So it's probably like a 3-year-old video on here. So yes, I've been just going crazy, just trying to get more and more media listed and processed and whatever. So I've been really slack in my other store. But hey, as long as I'm still making my numbers, I'm in a comfortable position, Still make the money that pays the bills, so I don't have to scramble. So I can put some time into the lower dollar stuff and try to multiply the lower dollar stuff, if you will. So, this is some stuff that was part of the End and Sell Similar. I haven't sold a Pee-wee card in quite a while. And if you're new to my channel, yes, I have Pee-wee cards if you like Pee-wee. Haven't got Courtney done yet, so hers is the next one whenever I get on it and get off my butt, even though I don't sit, and get back to making the cards again. She's going to be the first one. So we'll get a Courtney card soon. Well, hopefully soon. If I stop farting around. Do it. Just do it. Damn it. Do it. So yeah, so thanks everybody for everything. See what's going on over here. I like this comedian dude. I'll probably lose him now that I have to backtrack. I forgot his name. Where'd he go? It's the black guy with the beard, and he puts his hair up in a bun. He's a comedian. Here he is. And he walks into, like, I think he was banned from Walmart, but he walks into, like, Target, and he'll buy things for people and stuff. That's the kind of stuff I'd like to do. If I had all kinds of crazy money on YouTube, I'd be doing all kinds of just goofy giveaways and helping people and stuff like that. Once that my place is bolted down, if you will. Of course, if you can't bolt your own place down, you can't really help anybody else. So my first goal would be to make sure I'm bolted down and good, and then I could start doing good for others. Let's see if there's any questions and comments going on. Offers not showing up in app, only in Seller Hub. Yeah, offers is still a big mess, and like I said yesterday, every time I go to accept an offer, not every time, but almost every day when I go to accept an offer, the layout has changed a little bit. So you can look at it two ways. No wonder this thing's broken, or, well, maybe they're still trying to fix it. They're still at least trying to do something, because it's been over a year that it's been a problem. It's been a good 6+ months that it's been a consistent problem, meaning almost every single day it seems like there's a problem with the offers. So how that, and I've said this many times and it just irks me, how can $1 billion company have one of their key features when it comes to sales not work every day for 6 months? How is that? How is somebody not fired over something like that? The amount of money that is being lost is just ridiculous. And that's not even counting checkout not working. Checkout not working, somebody high up their head should be axed for that. I mean, if I owned the company, I'd be like, look, you're out of here. If you can't do something as simple as make offers work and make checkout work, you're obviously in the wrong business. You might want to go flip some burgers or something. Maybe you'll be more successful at that. You rock. Thank you. Spam says, you mean a lot to us, James. Aw, you're one of a kind, and we love that about you. Thank you for being supportive of us. No, thank you guys. Thank you guys for just being good people. With all the negative that propaganda TV pushes, it's good to have good people. Love your videos and wisdom. Thank you. Benny said, try speech to text to do the title and descriptions when you speak it types. Yeah, and I responded, I tried that before. I think I had my music off, and so today I tried it again. I had my music on, but what I was using it for, it was quicker for me to type. Because I was just doing like 2-word searches in my store just to up quantities. And there was a lot of things it didn't recognize and wouldn't do. So could it slow me down? Maybe. Like it took 3 times to make it understand Aerosmith. I'm just looking at cassettes in front of me that I didn't try. That it would probably be a problem with. Color Me Bad, it wouldn't know to put 2 Ds on bad. So some of these, am I pronouncing them right? I tried to pronounce, I don't remember what word, and it kept throwing up a different word. And so I guess an accent or whatever wasn't perfectly on, or I say it a little bit differently because of the area I'm from, whatever the case. But yet I couldn't say it where it would understand it. Like Kodu, would that be how that's pronounced? Clyburn, Van Cliburn, would it understand? So it can slow. It's a slow process if it doesn't understand every single word that you say. So I may try it for go through and try it also with the titles just to see. But sometimes it's just quicker for me to type it. I know where everything is, and I can type pretty quick. So I even took typing in high school. That's how old I am. I don't remember how many words per minute I typed. but I'm a pretty good pecker since, that's funny, James, but pecking the keyboard instead of a proper form just because I know where everything is. So once I hit one, I can pretty much hit everything else without placing my hands there. So I like hearing what you sell, James. I always pick up a nugget or two. I'd love to hear what you sell in apparel and hats. Thank you for the videos. The new camera sounds amazing. I have been online selling for 25 years, and each day I learn something new. I love it. My selling slogan is ASS, always sell something. Doesn't matter what you sell, as long as you sell something. I sell many things every day. This job gives me the freedom and have fun doing it. Thank you for the inspiration. Thank you for the comment. Yeah, for sure. I mean, the freedom alone, I mean, that's priceless. Stop at any time, play with the dogs, get errands run, whatever you got to do. Not have to answer to anybody except yourself. It's a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. Great. Sales are crazy bad for me this week to the point I'm concerned. Anyone else feeling it? Yeah, this past week has been awful. Like I said, I think there was 3 straight days where I was having issues. Yesterday was the rebound day, so hopefully today will be a nice one. Dude, we are in a recession. Buyers want deep discounts. I don't believe we're in a recession. I think the one way to kind of give you a guide on if we're in a depression or not, it's Friday night. Go drive by a Texas Roadhouse. When that place is empty, then we're in a depression because that food's expensive and they're always packed. At least the ones around here are always just jammed packed every day of the week. So I do not buy the recession thing. Not at all. Not in the least little bit. Now, is that different for something like cars, things like that? Maybe. Well, when it comes to like food and smalls and Targets, and I don't see it. I don't see it yet. So it's not to say that it won't happen because, you know, when you're playing chess with the tariffs, you know, you've got to stand firm until the other person breaks. So, which, hey, I'm all for that. So anything that's going to make things cheaper to send overseas. I mean, you just saw my numbers, and last week I had no sales on the international website. So anything that can get me more sales internationally, I'm all for. So play the tariff game. Play it, play it, play it. So it's only going to help us. Anyone who's running business get through it. It's only going to help us in the long run. So. All right, that's enough for me. I got to get back to work after I eat some lunch. So thanks, everybody. And I will see you all in the next video. Later.